Hello, you all. Since people tell me that I am supposed to be a good storyteller, I think I would rather try an experiment. An oral storyteller is better than just written, so I'm going to tell a story. One of the favorite stories that I have made up over the years. Once upon a time, maybe in the 60s, here's this young guy sitting at a desk somewhere in the depths of Manhattan in a law office. He was just doing his usual paperwork. He was hired about a year ago. And he got his degree from Cornell in upstate New York. And I think he was from Syracuse. Now, Syracuse is a very large city for upstate New York, but now it's Manhattan. Oh, shudder, but he's adapting well. Oh, here comes his boss. Boss comes in and sits down and says, hello. I have some bad news for you. You've heard of the downturn. The market's falling. And we have to lay off two of our youngest hires. And unfortunately, that is you. We'll give you a silver parachute and contact your apartment building and get your lease canceled so you're free to leave. And so I'm sorry, we like you, but well. A week later, he's sitting in his sports car, pondering how to drive. He's going to go to Los Angeles, and he was going to drive across the country. He didn't want to take the northern route because in the middle of winter, going through the Rockies was not quite something he looked forward to. So he was going to go down across the Gulf Coast and over to LA. Some interstate and some back roads to get his life together as he is taking his long cross-country trip. So there he is, driving down I-something or other. And the next morning at the motel, he gets up, goes down to the cafe somewhere in Virginia, and he orders breakfast. And, what's that white stuff next to my scrambled eggs? Oh, no. Sir, that's grits. Welcome to the South. Oh. He realizes slightly shudderingly that he's probably got 1,200 miles of South to drive through. Anyway, we pick him up now, and he's driving through somewhere in central South Georgia. And it must be about 3 in the afternoon. And he notices the county seats are really close to each other. The counties are real small. And he had looked it up on his phone. Oh, no, wait a minute. No phones back in 1968, thank you. But he was approaching the town limit of one of these small county seat towns. And up ahead, he noticed, welcome to whatever, the county seat town. And all of a sudden, his engine stopped. No. He coasted a little off the edge of the road and stops. And he says, at least it didn't happen on the interstate. Oh dear. He starts the car. I'm not ever gonna start it. Never gonna start it. Oh dear. Well, up ahead about 300 foot was a gas station. there's a young guy there behind the counter, sort of just sitting there doing some paperwork, and he gets the guy, "Say that again, please." He says it again. He has car trouble just down. "Oh yeah, I see the car. It's small. Oh, well, maybe you and I can push it up into the lot and up to the bay." "Oh, please say that again." The lawyer says, "Oh, a foreign country." So they push the car up to the lot and into the bay, and cranks her up, and he takes a flashlight and looks underneath. "Yeah, I worked on these cars in training class there over in Charlotte, so I'm sort of familiar with these. There's not too many pass through these ear parts. I see what your trouble is. Your flinger flanger, whatchamacallit, is broken. I can see it's broken. Its belt is broken. Oh, a quick fix. However, it's 4 o'clock now. It's Friday afternoon, and that means the delivery service won't deliver it until Monday morning. So, Tuesday afternoon it should be ready. So, tell you what, I can't leave here, so you can just walk down the street. It's not very far, and I'll call the motel and get a room for you and take down your luggage later." "Oh, thank you." He starts to walk. The black clouds to the west begin to grow bigger and closer. Oh, a distant roar of thunder. "Oh no, it's beginning to rain." Well, there's the county seat's little square with the courthouse, and he sees a store called Irma's Books and Gifty Shoppy. "Oh, quick, go inside." Now the rain's coming down in buckets. "Oh," the lady looks up and says, "Hi there." And he looks around a moment, and, well, he tells her his sad story. She says, "Well, I was just getting ready that granny little house behind the house where my mother was, and she passed away a few months ago, and I just got it ready to rent. You can stay there for the weekend, and we'll drive down and we'll get to the motel and cancel everything." And so, yeah, he spent a weekend there, and then he got to know her a little bit, and she drove him down to the gas station, and the guy says, "Oh, that'll be $800.32. What? You know, these sports car parts, you have to practically get the part from Italy. Fortunately, the supply store had a few, so there it is. It's all good as new." Oh dear, that puts a dent in my budget," he says. The lady was thinking, "Well, seeing that it's now November, I need someone in the store to help me for Christmas. Why don't you stay in my apartment there for free? And how about working in the store? I'll pay you $10 an hour, and then after Christmas there'll be a couple of weeks of inventory. So then you..." Anyway, they got to know each other. Well, she was married. She's about his age. She was married, but he was killed in a car crash a couple of years ago. And they got to know each other more, and by the end of January, well, they fell in love. And another year or two later, well, he and she owns a bookstore and a gifty shoppy. And the doctor says, "It's going to be a boy." "Oh, good. First child." And of course, he sort of itching to use his lawyer skills, and across the square was the biggest law office in town, probably the maybe there was 2, maybe 3 of the whole town, but that's the biggest one. And oh, they liked him, and they liked his resume and where he came from, and so yay, they hired him because one of the younger partners was moving to somewhere else, and they needed a vacancy. Yay, he's now a lawyer. And so, yes, a number of years later, the second child was born, and yeah, they sort of lived happily ever after. Then he noticed as the town grew slightly and all, he now was beginning to understand all of the people around him, this foreign language. And he noticed through the years that probably he thought the TV and all the modern media, all that strange accent was slowly vanishing, and he didn't hear it much anymore. He got a phone call one day from one of his ex-college friends who now worked in Rochester. And the friend says something like, "What? Slow down there, please. It's just too fast for me to understand. Say that again, please." What? Well, I guess he was a Southerner now, and he now likes grits. And that's my story. I hope you all liked it. Goodbye.